Yeah, Robert, can you tell us a bit about North Collective?
Yeah, definitely. So North Collective, we're a dynamic hospitality group. We have 5 registered clubs and 2 fitness centres, predominantly across Sydney and the Tweed regions of New South Wales.
Great, wow. It must keep you busy working with so many clubs there. And you moan and maintain all that from a marketing point of view?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look, we look at all of our clubs and we've got Norths at Camaray, we've got the Greens at North Sydney, the Alcott at Lane Cove, and our new addition, the Veranda at Beecroft, as well as Seagulls at Tweed Heads. So those, along with the 2 fitness centres, definitely keeps our workload up there.
So what made you choose Salesforce in order to help you really drive those really one-to-one customer conversations?
You know, I guess what really led us down the Salesforce path was that we had 3 key objectives that we were looking to achieve. The first of those was to obtain a full 360-degree view of our member. We're a membership-based organisation and they're really an important integral part of our business. We wanted to be able to get a real, single member view of each of our members. Secondly was the BI and analytics piece and being able to be smarter with our data. We're very data rich and it's just about turning that data into usable business knowledge to help you make business decisions. And then the third, and for me one of the most critical, was being able to improve our marketing capabilities and become stronger in terms of building more sophisticated marketing journeys and more personalised and one-on-one style marketing journeys with all of our members. And those really were the 3 key drivers that led us down the Salesforce path.
So, and Salesforce really helped you with that and really be able to get you through and achieve your goals?
Salesforce has been integral in us achieving those goals, really. We now have that full view of our member, which is great in the Salesforce CRM. The analytics that we're getting out of the system are awesome and really easy to use for all of our senior managers, which was a key objective. And then from a marketing point of view, the data, the power of the data that sits in our CRM that feeds into Marketing Cloud is just enormously helpful in terms of all of our marketing communications across all of our businesses. We're finally being able to really create these one-on-one style personalized communication journeys. I've always said gone are the days of these one-size-fits-all style of marketing communication. We now really have to look at it from a true one-on-one personalized communication journey and really targeting the right people with the right message at the right time, but through the right channel.
Can you tell me some examples of how you've been able to see it that being more targeted has been really effective for you?
A good example of a targeted campaign we ran was for a concert that we brought back in just after COVID, and we had Kate Sobrano performing at Norths, which was very exciting. Normally a 500-seat auditorium, reduced capacity due to COVID. And we used the power of the data in our CRM that was pulling in years worth of information from our ticketing platform to really send a hyper-personalised targeted campaign to those people who'd been to similar shows in previous years. From that, we sold out the concert in about a week and then had to put a second concert on, which sold out in a couple of weeks. So within 3 weeks, we had 2 concerts sold out. Why do we choose AFDigital, I guess, is the key question here. And obviously, they're a Salesforce partner, and that was the first step. And we really looked at the track record and other clients of AFDigital's and the work that they'd done with them. And then after meeting with AFDigital, it was also about, well, we're going on a journey with this company, same as we went on a journey with Salesforce. And, it's almost like going on a holiday overseas with someone you don't know. You've got to start knowing them pretty quickly. And we picked up very early on that they really understood our business, understood our key objectives, but more importantly, understood the system, which was new to us. And from the beginning, it was a real solid relationship and our goals were aligned right from the word go. And so AFDigital have been a huge supporter and help in us building out our Marketing Cloud instance. And even moving forward, I see this relationship going on for a very long time yet. They really helped us because it's I think people understand that Salesforce is a phenomenal platform, but it's almost endless in its possibilities and its functionality. So for us, starting to use this new platform, we would be lost without the right partner, and AFDigital really held our hand the whole way through to the point now where we're doing a lot on our own, but we're seeing even more opportunities that AFDigital can help us bring to life through Marketing Cloud. So when we look at objectives, one of the big metrics for me is engagement, because I know if my engagement's up, then my content is correct, and the group that it's being targeted to is the right group. So it's the right message to the right group through the right channel. And pre-Salesforce, we were decent compared to industry average. We were looking at open rates of around 22-23%. Since bringing in Salesforce and creating these hyper targeted campaigns, we're seeing some really reaching in the 70%. Across the average of the whole Norths Collective, we're in the high 40%, which is huge for us in terms of open rates. I know our most recent email went out to over 12,000 of our members, and for that one we hit 40%.
Great.
That's a huge result for us, and we're seeing the benefits of that in venue, because obviously people are getting information that's relevant to them through, as we mentioned, dynamic content. We're using dynamic content in all of our emails now, so that we're ensuring that every content block isn't being seen by everybody, because there's no point our older members seeing that we've got video games on a Thursday night, just like our younger members seeing that there's bingo early in the week. We make sure that each content block is dynamic, and even our subject lines are dynamic now as well, so that it gives them more enticement to open the email. AFDigital helped us build out our initial journeys, and one of those was the renewal journey across all of our businesses. So being membership based, members can join for 1, 3, 5, 10 or life in terms of years of tenure. And when their membership's up for renewal, it's always the old saying, it's always a lot easier to retain than acquire a new member. So, and cheaper too. So for us, it was about how can we ensure that we are getting the maximum retention rate for our renewals. And AFDigital brought to the table this awesome sort of omni-channel approach to renewals. Historically, we've just been sending out one email and people would renew or they wouldn't. Whereas now, the journey's been built out by AFDigital in the sense that, well, it looks initially at what channels are open to each individual member. Who's got an email address? Who's got a mobile? Who's got both? And who's got neither? So those that have neither, we get given that list automatically every month, and we then send that off to our printers to send them a Surface Post letter. But for the others now, it looks at, well, let's think about people who have both an email and a mobile number, and let's serve them both across the month of their renewal, but at key periods after certain breaks in between. And we're definitely seeing a much stronger renewal rate, especially over those that have both email and mobile capabilities, because now we're hitting them from both angles.
Yeah.
And we're seeing that conversion rate by an increase in our renewals. So how's it been working with AFDigital and the team? It's been fantastic. Communication is open. The channels are always available. The team members have extensive knowledge in the Salesforce and Marketing Cloud platforms, and they've really understood our goals and objectives the whole way through and really aligned well with our values, which has made it a smooth sort of relationship the whole way through, and one that I definitely look to continue for the very distant future. So if I was to give advice to anybody else out there looking to take on this sort of digital transformation and innovation journey, CRM, implementation, I think there'd be 5 key tips that I would give them. And the first is to really understand your objectives first up. What are you trying to achieve? And then the second one is to plan again. Continue to plan until you know you've got it right. Thirdly, partner up efficiently, as we have done with AFDigital. Make sure you've partnered up with an organisation that really understands what you're trying to get out of this and how your business operates. And also, that understands your capabilities and will help you grow, because you can't just hand something over to them. Whilst they're going to do the building, you've still got to understand why they've done what they've done, so that you can then start managing it yourself as well. Fourth, which is a really important one, is take your stakeholders on the journey with you. Make sure that everybody who's going to be using this system in one way or another is on this implementation journey too, whether it's through reading articles, working in a sandbox environment, just so they feel like they're part of it, and keep them up to date with key milestones. When you hit some milestones, let them know as well, so that they feel like they're part of it. And then, I guess last but not least, continue, once you've implemented, continue to test and try new things. Don't get scared by this system. Always seek advice where needed, but really start using it. Don't let it sit there. I hear about organizations that have implemented systems such as Salesforce and really haven't used it effectively or efficiently from the word go. And whether that's through fear or lack of knowledge, I'm not sure, but really start using it from day dot and start seeing some return on investment straight away.